got the Bobcat, Bestech Bobcat. This is another G10 knife from Bestech that's come out for 2020. Nice action on it, steel liners. It's a liner lock. It's got a D2 blade. It'd be nice if they got away from D2 and did something else, because a lot of people really don't like the semi-stainless. They want a full stainless. So, okay, we'll start with that. But it is what it is, folks. And this comes in different colors. So you can get, you can get the red, or the red and black, blue and black, or all green G10, that kind of thing. And you can get the partial blackened blade. And here's your stats if you want to know right off the bat. 3.25-inch blade. So it's not a gigantic knife. It's not huge. Here's the paramilitary too. That's definitely a bigger knife than the Bobcat. Bobcat is interesting, and then maybe not as fascinating to me as a lot of the others. The Bestech Paladin, oh yeah, I love it. The Swordfish, oh yeah, I love it. And some of the others, but this one is not speaking to me. Now, you've got a lot of different places in here that are going to put your fingers in a certain position. For me, it's working, okay? For other people with other size hands, that may be a bit uncomfortable. And it is pushing, for the reverse grip, it's pushing me into this. It's locking it up, that's for sure, but it's not letting me spread out much. Otherwise, it's okay. You can see it's contoured G10. See how that's contoured? This way. So, okay, that's nice. Seems kind of fat and chunky, but kind of a small blade. And let's go ahead and confirm that. But see what we got, 3 1/4. Okay, we got 85 millimeters, and we're bragging. 82 millimeter cutting edge, almost 3 1/4 cutting edge here. Satin grind, 7.5 overall, 19 centimeters. That looks fat though. Let's just check it out. 15.2, yeah, 6/10 of an inch. 0.12, 3.2 millimeter thick blade. So, and let me make sure I got that on the flats. Yeah, I did. So 3.1, 3.2 millimeter. Now, will the knife cut anything? Okay. Yeah, and I can't remember. This was like a 58.5 HRC, because I had it popped. I sent it to Kurt, and there's the little divot right there. So it was a 58.5, somewhere in there. Not a 60 or 61. I've seen some D2, even up to 62 HRC, maybe close to 63. But this, but our range goes from, I don't know why it goes from 55 on to 62, but my personal range would not be 55. But 58 is good. That would be in my range, and this is in the green zone. So as far as I'm concerned, and as far as our test chart goes, yes, it's in the green zone. Liner lock, there's your lockup, 25%, jimped along here. There's a pass-through, easy to disengage. The action's really good. It's centered, no blade play, no lock rock on this. So it's solid. It's a well-made knife. And, it's a $52 shooter like so many of the other Bestechs are. It's just, I've got other Bestech knives that I prefer. So even the Eye of Ra, probably, which came out in 2020, which is a little unique in certain ways, but still, I prefer that to this. Just not feeling this one. I guess it's kind of a little oatmeal for me. It's not really making a statement of any sort. But if you like a knife that 3 1/4-inch blade fills the hand, okay, and has nice contouring, and I'm not feeling this pocket clip, okay, there you go. And if you don't have gigantic hands, then even better. So much the better. Well, it looks like they got number 6s in here. I was hoping they'd have gone to number 8s all the way through, but I guess not. Deep carry pocket clip, but that's right hand tip up only. detent is appropriate. Real lazy flip. I mean, the action's really good on this knife. Real lazy flip kicks it open. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, so I'm going to give it about a 4.5 on my detent scale. Somewhere between a 4.5, not a 5, not that strong, not that strong. So, oh, I can even do it that way. Okay, yeah, definitely a 4.5, somewhere in there. But, nice. Now, this is also more appropriate if you had a cutaway or a fuller where you could finger flick. I could do it right off of the flat of the blade, actually. See? But, you know, if it had an intentional thing in here, fuller, cutaway where you could finger flick it, then so much the better when the detent's that light. And of course, lanyard hole, great for that. Yeah, black's not my favorite color, but I got to send this back. This is a pass around regardless. So no, I didn't pay money for this knife. I just wanted to look at it though. I've seen it and I thought it was interesting, especially with the other options for the red and the blue, that kind of thing. And then the solid green. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid knife, just not ringing the bells for me. Comes in a box like this, the BG22A for whatever this is, for black, and not a partial blackened blade like some of the others. And there you go, comes in that, just, you know, standard. I like the Hornet too. The Hornet's another one I really like. So there's enough G10 knives. The Texel is really nice, and that's a light, smaller knife as well, but I think it makes more sense than this one does. And I hope they just don't get into the practice of throwing G10 knives out there just to see what sticks, because I think that's not a good thing. You know, think about it, give some intention towards it. This, to me, no, but I think they'll sell, because I think there's some people out there that find this attractive. Just for some reason, I'm not feeling it. Plunge looks good. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, nice satin grind. Sharp out of the box. Good. Weight. 4.1 ounces. It's not a lightweight. About 117 grams. Not heavy, not light, kind of in there. Let's take it apart. Let's see what we can do here. Shouldn't be too difficult. And there we go with that. Got that one. Pocket clip. Long screw. Okay. I was wondering why it wouldn't just pop away. Take the liner with it, but if you want to take the scale off, yeah, you got to take the pocket clip off. Ah, I know why the liner wouldn't come away from the whole knife, because there's another screw underneath. You live and learn. You live and learn. And it's not unusual for there to be an extra screw in the mix, but it's not as common as just not doing that at all. Okay. Okay, got it freed. There goes our blade stop down here. There's our liner. And it is definitely skeletonized a bit to weight relieve. Ceramic detent ball. Pretty clean, not edgy, nice and smooth. Ceramic bearings both ways, pretty clean. Definitely skeletonized on the opposite side, on the presentation side. A little bit of a backspacer in here. Yeah, looks pretty clean. Little detent and track. There we go. Take a look at the pivot. Ooh, that looks a little beat up in there, doesn't it? Woo. Something got sideways. But here it goes through this liner and will, you know, it keeps from turning, and it also centers this, although because it got a little bit messed up on there, it's kind of moving a little bit on me. Well, let's build it back. Throw some bearings on here. A little bit of lubrication. Put the blade stop in. Put the blade in. We're building this back from the presentation side. Throw a little bit of lube there on this track. And that's all we need for this too. And liner. Right there. Now we got the liner on. Let's put this little screw back in here where it came out. So that's the shortest screw of the bunch. And then you can see underneath they've machined a little area there to accommodate for it, okay? And then you got the pocket clip that comes through there, but that's for that screw right there on the liner. Sits right down. Put the pivot screw on. Looking around the front side to make sure this logo was centered. And then, of course, we've got a body screw here that we need to put on. And then the pocket clip. And the pocket clip, of course, has the longest screw of the bunch. Drop it right in there. Okay, that's, come on. Okay, there we go. Got it centered. Let's make sure we are correct here. And it's centered. I think I got it a little tight. Yeah, it's still fine. Oh, but that's better, yes. Excellent. Any blade play? Nope. Is it centered? Yep. Fine. All right, back with the Bobcat. Easy to disassemble. Nice action on it, that's for sure. Definitely comfortable, contoured handle. And it just depends on your sense of design, what you like, what kind of size and weight. But there she is, Bestech. And just remember, we do love them knives. You guys, stay sharp.